In a move that defies the conventional logic of South Korea's entertainment industry, two of this generation's biggest icons, Jungkook and Kim Taehyung, have reportedly left the operational environment of HYBE labels simultaneously. Even more shocking, this was not done in internal silence, but with signals clearly visible to the public. Both were seen leaving South Korea with a covert agenda directly linked to a major North American name, Justin Bieber. This event not only shook public expectations for BTS's future as a unit and as individuals, but also opened a wholly unexpected new chapter in the global music industry's power map. The question is this the beginning of a new era led by forces beyond HYBE's control? Or is this a silent protest, long systematically prepared by these two BTS members, against a management system that has steered their careers for over a decade? In recent months, various signs of discomfort have begun to emerge in their public communications. Absence from group projects, minimal direct interaction with management, and an increase in independent activity have sparked wide speculation among observers and fans. But no one truly expected such a move to actually happen, especially with Justin Bieber's name adding an international and commercially sensitive dimension. Several visual recordings circulating on social media show Taehyung and Jungkook leaving Incheon Airport at the same time, unaccompanied by agency personnel and with no clear explanation of their travel purpose. However, information from several independent sources suggests they are en route to Los Angeles, a city that is also home to Justin Bieber and a hub for many global music labels and agencies. The fact that their departure was not followed by any official publication further fuels speculation that this move is not merely a personal trip, but part of a major collaboration initiative being arranged in secrecy. The issue of Justin Bieber's involvement became the spark in the global conversation that erupted shortly after news of their departure spread across platforms like TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. Several fandom accounts linked this departure to a cryptic post from Bieber stating he was welcoming two new legends from Asia. Though no names were mentioned, the timing and narrative formed were hard to ignore. The question is, to what extent is Bieber involved in this process? Is he a collaborator, a facilitator, or even a key figure in the artistic and managerial shift of the two BTS members? Amid various emerging interpretations, sharper speculation arises. Is this a sign that Jungkook and Taehyung are no longer operating under HYBE's direct control? Are they laying the groundwork for an independent project to be carried out outside the conventional K-pop business and legal structure? Or is there an external force, possibly from the American music market, that is aggressively securing iconic Asian figures to strengthen their dominance in global pop culture? More worrying is the potential domino effect of this move on HYBE's internal structure. The decision by the company's two biggest names to leave together, without any visible management escort or approval, sends a strong signal that behind-the-scenes tensions may be far more serious than the public had ever imagined. If true, this is not just a matter of musical collaboration, but a shift in power and cultural dominance from Asia toward the center of Western entertainment industry control. But behind all this tension, the public still faces a major dilemma. Is all the information circulating true? Or is this merely a viral narrative construction designed to generate waves of speculation and emotion? Have Jungkook and Taehyung really left HYBE to begin a new era with Justin Bieber? Or is this all a media strategy developed through digital algorithms and visual manipulation online? As consumers of information, we are in a very vulnerable position. Videos, posts, and image snippets can be engineered. Narratives can be shaped and spread by anonymous accounts with unclear credibility. There is no certainty whether the materials we consume represent facts or are fabricated for clicks, likes, and exposure. In this context, the crucial question must be asked: are we witnessing real history, or are we being drawn into a game of mass perception crafted by unseen entities? The reality that two of the most important names in Korean music history have chosen to leave the very control center that nurtured them is not just surprising, but terrifying. It means no system is too big to walk away from. No contract is strong enough to contain individual aspiration. And no loyalty can be guaranteed forever in an industry driven by money, exposure, and the need to stay relevant in the frenzy of the global market. But all this also demands a deeper question from us as the public. Are Jungkook and Taehyung truly starting a new era, or are they stepping into a new power structure, more elusive, more invisible, and more dangerous? Will involvement with Justin Bieber give them a new stage, or merely make them part of a larger industry agenda that's harder to control? With all this uncertainty, it is vital for the public not to lose focus. Don't get caught up in euphoria or disappointment that may not be grounded in fact. Verify every piece of information, question every narrative, and never draw conclusions solely based on viral trends. If this truly is a new era, we must ask, a new era for whom? Is it really Jungkook and Taehyung's new era, or that of those who successfully made them instruments of a deeper agenda? And if they really have left HYBE to work with Justin Bieber, then this is the turning point that will change the global music landscape. But if all this is merely a shadow created by social media games and exposure algorithms, then we are in the midst of the biggest social experiment of the digital age, where perception can be created without fact and history can be rewritten with a single post. So, think critically. Don't believe what you see. Believe only after asking deeply and finding no easy answer. If this publication is true, then we are witnessing the most dramatic turning point in the history of South Korea's entertainment industry. Jungkook and Kim Taehyung, two names deeply rooted in BTS's and HYBE label's identity, are reportedly choosing to leave the agency that made their names. Even more shocking, the issue does not end there. Justin Bieber's name suddenly emerges as a key element in the early phase of the new era they are beginning. But the question that cannot yet be answered is this purely a strategic independent move? Or is it the result of a long-standing fracture, tightly hidden behind official narratives and dazzling stages? The entire digital atmosphere is now filled with divided reactions. Most ARMY see this as a new awakening bringing hope, yet many also question the validity of the information sourced from platforms like TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter. Did Jungkook and Taehyung truly plan to leave together? Has their closeness with Justin Bieber evolved into a global project truly free from HYBE's control? Or are we witnessing a massive marketing operation wrapping reality in layers of drama and mystery to create sensation? No official party has given clarification to this moment. What exists are only video snippets, screenshots, and speculation from pop culture commentators trying to decipher the meaning behind every move of these idols. One viral video shows Jungkook inside Justin Bieber's studio in Los Angeles, while Taehyung was reportedly seen leaving the same restaurant where Scooter Braun regularly holds business meetings. Is this just coincidence? Has the entertainment world entered a phase where every celebrity step must be interpreted as a strategic signal? These questions grow more complex as the public begins to revisit the long history of BTS's ties to Justin Bieber. From past label merger speculation to ambiguous public statements from both sides, all those digital footprints are now reread with heightened intensity. Is this all part of a grand scenario that has long been neatly prepared? Or have we become victims of collective expectations shaped by social media algorithms? If it's true that Jungkook and Taehyung made the decision to leave HYBE together, then such a decision could not have been taken without very strong reasons. Do they feel creatively restricted? Is there long-held incompatibility within management? Do they feel that their maturity as artists and humans can no longer be compromised by a system shaped since their teenage years? Or, further still, is this a form of resistance against the Korean entertainment industry structure that suppresses individuality for the sake of collectivity? In this context, Justin Bieber's involvement deepens the narrative tension. Bieber, long seen as a symbol of transformation in the Western music industry, seems to be the antithesis of K-pop's rigid business model. Are Jungkook and Taehyung trying to adopt a more fluid and autonomous system like Bieber's? Do they see an opportunity to redefine their identity outside the Korean idol framework? Yet we cannot turn a blind eye to the possibility that all this is a planned marketing strategy. The entertainment world has repeatedly shown how information can be twisted, manipulated, even fabricated to create buzz. So we must ask critically, is the information we receive based on factual reality or a hoax packaged with compelling visuals and narrative? The public must be aware that social media algorithms tend to amplify dramatic narratives. A viral TikTok video, A sub-minute YouTube clip or a Twitter thread from an anonymous account often create disproportionate perceptions of reality. In this context, it's important to ask, are we absorbing information or merely being driven by collective emotional currents? It must be stressed again that as of the writing of this article, no party has confirmed the validity of the news that Jungkook and Taehyung have left HYBE. But it is precisely in this absence of official information that speculation thrives, and it is here that the public must act as active reasoners, not just passive consumers. We must ask, why is this information emerging now? Who benefits most from its spread? And more importantly, who controls the narrative? Undeniably, Justin Bieber's presence as a major figure in this story raises expectations. But public hope can be a double-edged sword. If the information proves false, it could trigger widespread disappointment and a crisis of trust in all involved. Therefore, skepticism is not a sign of disbelief, but the only way to maintain integrity in an era of information distortion. We are in a phase where the line between reality and narrative construction is increasingly blurred. There is no longer a clear boundary between fact and fiction in the digital public realm. So when a narrative like Jungkook and Taehyung leave HYBE together and start a new era with Justin Bieber emerges, we must not be mesmerized by the headline alone. We must ask deeper. Is this the beginning of a structural revolution in K-pop? Or just the latest phase of a global perception game executed with technological sophistication? Until the truth is revealed, no definite conclusion can be drawn. What we have are partial data, visual recordings open to interpretation, and public narratives shaped by emotional responses. Therefore, in facing this event, readers and fans are encouraged to maintain intellectual vigilance and not get swept up in momentary euphoria. We urge you to reflect deeply. Are you truly sure this event is real? Or are you becoming part of a perception game, meticulously crafted to steer public opinion? Does this information offer space for rational thinking or merely deliver a seductive illusion? Because if it is true that BTS's two main pillars have chosen to leave the foundation that raised them and step into a world guided by a new narrative with a global icon like Justin Bieber, then the biggest question is, are they building a future? Or are they walking away from something they no longer believe belongs to them? One thing is certain, the public must remain alert. Don't believe too easily. Don't let emotion cloud logic. Because in the entertainment world, not everything that appears is as it seems.